There's an insane amount of side hustles recommended all across the internet, so I had to test out a ton of them to see which ones actually work in the modern environment. I tried everything from dropshipping to affiliate marketing to running Instagram theme pages before I finally landed on the business model that now I've done over $6 million in revenue with. And with the rise of AI, this side hustle has recently gotten even easier. So in this video, we're gonna jump into the computer and I'm gonna talk you through the entire process of finding your first profitable item to sell online. And when it ends, you'll have a clear path to your first $10,000 in revenue, because the business we're about to break down gets a whole lot simpler when we start using artificial intelligence in our business, specifically the Boxy assistant within Boxem. You can try this for free down below, but essentially what we're doing is we're using AI to find profitable items at retail stores, online websites, and looking for products that we can sell for a lot more on Amazon. But let's actually get into the nitty-gritty here. So what I want to do to start is just ask Boxy, what are some good auto ungated brands that are on sale today? So I'm just looking for brands that are auto ungated, meaning any brand new Amazon seller can sell these brands, and I want Boxy to check and see which of those brands have some kind of sale going online so we can actually find those items profitably. And here's what Boxy came up with after thinking for just a second. Basically, Boxy is an AI that's specifically trained to be an Amazon seller, so it kind of helps skip a lot of the initial learning process, and it's been super helpful for my Amazon business, because what Boxy has suggested is to start with things like Stafford, which I've actually checked out before, and it knows that a lot of those items are on sale today, making them potentially profitable to resell on Amazon. I think that makes total sense, so let's just go ahead and start seeing what we can find. So I know that Stafford has like t-shirts and clothes and that kind of thing, so I'm just going to start there and we'll go ahead and start looking for products. Now, typically the best way isn't just randomly Googling things. In fact, we're going to be able to use this example to find a ton of other winning items. But just to start, I want to go ahead and take a look at one of these random items here, and let's go ahead and hit the SellerAmp Chrome extension. SellerAmp and Boxem are two of the tools that you'll need as an Amazon seller. So obviously we've already used Boxem to help us find profitable products. This is also how I list items and track my profit. So basically on this item, SellerAmp is showing me the data about all of the items just from a quick title search here. And I can see here's like the soft ones. Those are selling like 200 times a month. This max cost is what we need to buy it for to be profitable. So this one's probably not going to be profitable. I do see this one down here. It definitely doesn't sell quite as fast, but it would be a lot closer to profit. So let's go ahead and check on those. You can also go ahead and scroll down a little bit. I see, okay, these are like the heavyweight. So I think it's just going to be these two that we are looking at specifically. On this one, it seems like the most expensive version of this shirt is about $30, and we are buying these for about 20 bucks. On this one, let's see, so right now it's 38 bucks. We're buying these for 23, so profit is good, but the ROI is not quite there. So what I want to do now is I want to go back over to Boxy and see if it has any suggestions for how I can make this item profitable. So let's say I found that item at JCPenney, but I need a small discount on top of the sale price, and I want to see if Boxy has any methods for that. So it suggested a couple ways we can create some discounts. We've already got a coupon, which is good. I didn't see a buy two get one sale. We can use discounted gift cards, which actually is a pretty good idea. So let's go ahead and look into that. I typically buy discounted gift cards from Cardbear. Again, if you're a brand new Amazon seller, just keep having these conversations. And so let's say you're a new seller and you don't know where to get discounted gift cards. Boxy able to tell you. I bet it's going to say Cardbear. Yeah, cardbear.com. So again, just let it explain how to run the business for you. And then what we can do is we can go in here and see basically what extra discounts we can get on this product. So from JCPenney, we can get a 13.5% discount on a gift card. I also want to see what those look like here. So those are going to be, let's see, like a 12% discount if we buy a $75 gift card. Usually I don't like to buy these really small gift cards. We could always check and see all these different websites. This is a free website. Basically, it's just showing me all the different places that I can get discounted gift cards. So for example, I know we can definitely get 12% off on this. So let's go ahead and go back over here and see if that 12% is enough. Just because doing $75 gift cards isn't too annoying. That's really going to be up to you. Obviously, if you want to buy these small gift cards and plug in those numbers, that kind of thing. Basically, the way these sites work is they'll just email you that gift card as soon as you buy it. And in this case, we're going to be paying $66 for $75 worth of stuff at JCPenney, which in this case, we know exactly what we want to buy. And so it looks like Boxy was able to find us a profitable item, just asking it what auto ungated products are ready right away. And if you try to list this product in your store, the chances that you're automatically able to list it are very high. And we're obviously able to see that we've been fed a profitable item here. But to make this even more fun, now that we have one profitable item, you have an infinite number of profitable items. And then it's just a game of kind of going back and forth with Boxy, figuring out how to make those items as cheap as possible, right? Because now that we have a profitable item, we know that other people who are going to be competing with us on this product obviously have other profitable products, right? We can see this person right here, they have 14 feedback, and I can go in here and see exactly all of the products that they sell, along with the data that shows me what that price looks like over time, what the sales rank looks like over time, and I can also see what the max cost on this item is. So with all these items specifically, I'm going through and looking at the chart right here. By the way, the orange line is showing me the price over time, so I can see how stable it is. The green line is showing me the demand over time. The closer it is to the bottom, the faster that item is selling. So you can see like right here, for example, this shirt went through 2 periods where it started selling a lot faster. Not exactly sure why, maybe back to school, something like that with like simple t-shirts. I see volume really picked up right before back to school, but we're able to use all these different kind of metrics to quickly see if something is going to be profitable or not, right? So we can either just ask Boxy what to source. We can start looking through these storefronts right here. So I can see this like video game is selling for 20 bucks. I think that's the used copy. We need to buy those for $16. So again, we can ask and see if there's any way to make enough profit just after selling on Amazon for quite a while. I know there's probably not, because usually the only way to get discounts at Walmart is discounted gift cards, and you need like a 25% gift card. And a lot of people, just normal people shopping, go through those gift cards. The websites that tend to have really good rates are the ones that are a little on the more niche side, I would say. So JCPenney, or even anything that's like a specific hobby. Maybe somebody gets a gift card they don't want, they sell that. But as we're going through here, I'm just trying to figure out if I can get any of these items for that max cost option. And the first time you source, it's totally fine if it takes you some time to learn what you're looking for. I know it took me a good amount of learning to know what to look out for and all that good stuff. Let's see, I was just taking a look at this because let's see if we can get these for 20 bucks. I do see these are pretty heavy though. You see they're like 20 ounces per bag here, and it's going to be expensive to ship. That's why our max cost is pretty low. Usually you'll notice that you need to buy things for about half of what they sell for on Amazon to make a profit, just as kind of like a good general rule of thumb, by the way. And it seems like in this store, we need to buy a lot of these items really cheaply. Maybe the seller isn't making a ton of profits. Usually after I look at the first 10 to 15 items in a storefront, if nothing's even close to profit, I will move on to the next idea. Maybe we check out a couple of these different brands that they have. You can always just poke around and see maybe they're only good at sourcing one specific brand or one specific category and so on, right? So I'm not seeing much that's super interesting here. Obviously, we're able to continue this kind of infinitely. So we can check out this storefront right here. Let's see. So they sell a bunch of those clothes that we've been looking at, and they sell some candles, and that's their entire business. Let's see, just looking quickly through this storefront here, if we can find anything. I see this max cost is around like 20 bucks, and there's a chance we might be able to get it at that price. And it seems like that is actually going to be the case. So let's go ahead and check this out here. So looking through the store here, I'm just looking for things where the max cost seems reasonable based on what we've already seen. I don't think we've actually seen any of these underwear yet. So what are these going for? 20 bucks. And we know we can get those discounted gift cards as well. So if we see something for 18-ish, like this one right here, I definitely want to click through and check it out. So let's see, these are 20 bucks. Let's go ahead and check the listing on these just to make sure we're actually looking at the right thing. Yeah, so with 2023, and then we still have that 12% discounted gift card that Boxy told us about. And then we can see, yeah, this has got a nice history of being profitable as well. Again, just based on that one profitable item, we're able to look through what other people are already having success on and find another item that we can check out. And on this item specifically, it looks like it sells about 50 times a month, $5 profit per unit. And in terms of competition, it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4 competitive sellers kind of at a similar price range as FBA sellers. You can also see on the buy box chart, this is another thing to look for. You see how tons of different sellers have been able to make sales on this, whether they have 200 feedback or 7 feedback or 2 feedback. Person had no feedback. That means that this is a pretty beginner friendly item as well. Looks pretty solid here. Personally, I'd probably place a test order of around 20 units, see how long that takes to sell, and then you can always go in here and restock when that sale comes back. And so that is the bare basics of sourcing. You can expand this into any brand you want to source, any category you want to source, just looking at what other people are already having success with, and then just taking that and having a conversation with Boxy if you're struggling to figure out how people are actually making profit on these items. A lot of times it's going to be able to point out exactly where to create your margin on these items. And just so you can see the entire picture, now that you know how to source products, I'm going to quickly walk you through how to actually get these sold. So to do that, you'll go into Boxem and create a shipment. That's going to take you to step 1 right here. By the way, I have a full super detailed shipment guide. I'm just going to show you the quick step-by-step here. When you're ready to send that first shipment out, I've got a super detailed video you can follow along with. But when you're ready to list things, you'll just search for the product that you want to sell. Here's an example of a toy that I found the other day at my local retail store. You can set your list price. You can set what you paid for it. That way, as you sell more and more items, the dashboard on Boxem will show you what your profit actually is. And then you also need to tell Amazon how many units you actually bought, right? So you go ahead and add that to a shipment. I'll go ahead and just add like a different example of a Stafford item as well. Some of these right here. So let's say we want to list it for 30 bucks. We can see all the different existing prices on the listing. Go ahead and set what we paid for it. Again, just tell Amazon how many of these you're actually sending into the warehouse. When you're listing items on Amazon, just keep in mind you can list one item with 1 unit, or you can list 100 items with 1,000 units. Really just up to how much inventory you're able to buy. Step 1, we're basically just telling Amazon what we are sending into the warehouse. Let's go ahead and continue and submit that to Amazon. That's going to take us to step 2, where we tell Amazon what goes in each box, and we also print these little barcode labels that basically claim this item as ours when it gets to Amazon FBA. So I'll print out these labels, I'll put them on each individual item, and Boxem also tells me if there's any extra special like prep requirements. So I can see this one, since it's shirts, it needs to go in a poly bag. This one, since it's just a box, that's good to go on the conveyor belts, not going to worry about getting dirty. All we need to do is FN SKU label that item. As well as putting those stickers on the item, you also just go ahead and tell Amazon what is in the boxes that you're actually sending into Amazon. So you'll measure it out, use a shipping scale, and basically just tell Amazon what you're putting inside each box. So we'll go ahead and continue on. And then on the last step, this is where we're able to compare all of our different shipping options within the software and just get the best rate. So you can see here, our example, it was like an 80-pound shipment, going to cost us about $31 to ship. That is a little bit cheaper than I see on average. So this is a pretty good shipment. Usually I spend about 60 cents a pound on average to ship to Amazon FBA using those nice partnered rates that we get through Amazon. And then once you accept these rates, you get FBA box labels and UPS box labels. Just slap those on the box. Those will check in at Amazon after you drop them off at UPS, or you can also pay UPS. Usually it's a few bucks for them to come pick up your packages for you. So it's a nice kind of time saver as well. But now you know how to source items, use some AI to make it easier, and actually get those shipped off and sold at Amazon. After those check in at Amazon, they're going to start selling. Amazon's going to ship them to the customers for you, and you can start repeating step one. Starting the Amazon side hustle was the first one that really made sense for me. So if you're excited to get into it, go ahead and grab a 2-week free trial down below of Boxem and SellerAmp. Those are the tools that we actually use to run the Amazon business. And while you're down there, let me know if you have any questions, comments. Always happy to chat with you guys. That helps out the video as well. And another awesome free way to show some love if this was helpful is just hit the subscribe button. Help me get that 100K YouTube subscriber plaque. But I really appreciate you watching this video, and if you want to go into a lot more detail, I made you a 4-hour long completely free Amazon course. You can click right here.